Why was a global star like Jungkook, the main vocalist of BTS, known for mesmerizing millions with a single performance, suddenly banned from performing on the world's most prestigious music stage like the Grammys? And why, in the midst of this storm of controversy, did Taehyung reveal a shocking truth about the nosebleed he suffered on a plane, an incident that was initially thought to be trivial but now sparks new suspicions about the immense pressure they are under? These questions are now shaking the international entertainment world, leaving a growing space for speculation and demanding answers that never seem to come. This news first surfaced vaguely through internal sources in the American music industry, stating that Jungkook would not be performing at this year's Grammys for technical reasons. That short statement immediately triggered a wave of confusion, anger, and sadness among BTS fans who had long awaited the golden moment for their idol to dominate that international stage. It didn't take long for speculation to spread across social media platforms, from Twitter to weverse, with one main question being asked over and over again. Why? How could an artist who has broken global records, topped world music charts, and is known for impeccable professionalism suddenly be deemed unfit or unable to perform at a music event that claims to be the most prestigious in the industry for many fans? Technical reasons sounded too shallow, too fabricated to believe. Many suspect that there are powerful forces trying to limit BTS's influence in the American market, a suspicion not born out of thin air. For years, BTS has been a symbol of change, proving that non-Western artists can conquer the global music industry that has been dominated for decades by American and European musicians. While the public has warmly embraced this success, it has often caused friction with parties seeking to preserve the status quo. Now, the sudden ban on Jungkook only strengthens the belief that there is a dirty game happening behind the scenes, behind the glamour and spotlight of the music world. While the world is still trying to understand the reasons behind the ban, a shocking revelation came from Taehyung, Jungkook's friend and fellow group member. In a brief interview during his tight schedule, Taehyung finally spoke about the nosebleed incident that had worried fans some time ago. Initially, the event was reported briefly, with an explanation that it happened due to changes in air pressure or fatigue. But this time Taehyung's tone was different, his eyes heavy as he explained that the incident was not something to be taken lightly. His words carried an emotional weight rarely seen from him, suggesting that there was immense pressure they had been under, pressure that might be directly related to the unfair situation they are currently facing. This revelation immediately shifted the direction of the news. The nosebleed incident was no longer seen as a minor health issue, but as a piece of a much larger puzzle. Taehyung did not provide complete details, as if bound by invisible restrictions, but the way he lowered his head and paused before speaking sent a message stronger than his words. Something is wrong. There is a burden they carry that has long been hidden from the public. And now, with the sudden and unexplained ban on Jungkook, both events seem interconnected in the public eye, forming a narrative that BTS is facing pressure that is not only professional but also personal, threatening their mental and physical health. Across social media platforms, ARMY, the name given to BTS's loyal fans, ignited a wave of protest. Many voiced anger toward the international music industry, accusing it of bias and unwillingness to give equal space to Asian artists. Yet behind the anger was also a deep worry, especially about the physical and mental health of BTS members. Taehyung's nosebleed incident became a symbol that behind the smiles they always show on stage, there may be unseen wounds hidden from the cameras. Independent music journalists began digging deeper, contacting sources close to BTS's management and Grammy organizers. The information emerging was increasingly concerning. There were reports that Grammy organizers and major American labels had long questioned BTS's dominance in the global music market. Some even suspected that the restriction on Jungkook was part of a silent strategy to reduce their exposure at major events to give more space to local artists. While no one dared to state it openly, the shadow of industry discrimination became more tangible in the public eye. During a live broadcast, Jungkook finally responded to fans' questions about the ban. With a calm voice but eyes visibly holding back emotion, he only said that he did not want ARMY to worry and hoped they would continue to support BTS no matter what happened. However, he did not give a clear reason or deny the rumors circulating. This response made fans even more convinced that something was being hidden, something perhaps too big or risky to reveal at this moment. Meanwhile, Taehyung once again drew public attention after his revelation spread widely. Many fans felt their hearts break, knowing that their idol might be bearing burdens never visible on screen. Some doctors invited by media outlets to give medical opinions said that nosebleeds occurring at high altitudes can indeed be caused by physical factors, but extreme stress can also be a trigger. If this were true, it only reinforced suspicions that the psychological pressure BTS currently faces is at a dangerous level. The world now waits with bated breath. Will the Grammys give an honest clarification, or will all this end with nonsensical technical excuses? Will Taehyung one day dare to fully speak about what really happened on that plane? And will Jungkook receive the justice he deserves as an artist who has given so much to the global music industry? These questions hang in the air with no definite answers. But one thing is clear. Behind the glittering lights of international stages, there is a dark side of the music industry rarely seen, a bitter reality that is now slowly being unveiled to the world. However, after weeks of wild speculation, conspiracy theories, and emotional outbursts flooding social media, the truth about the rumors of Jungkook being banned from performing at the Grammys and Taehyung's shocking revelation about his nosebleed on a plane has finally come to light. Newly confirmed facts from official sources refute most of the widespread rumors, firmly stating that the previously circulated news was not true and had been blown far out of proportion. The Grammys, through an official statement, finally spoke out, emphasizing that there was never an official decision to ban Jungkook from performing at the event. According to a representative from the Recording Academy, the rumor originated from an internal misunderstanding regarding performance schedules and necessary technical adjustments caused by last-minute changes in the show's format this year. They added that BTS, including Jungkook, has always been an important part of the list of artists considered for the Grammy stage, and that there was never any intention to exclude or discriminate against them. This statement directly denies the conspiracy theories that convinced millions of fans that a powerful force was deliberately blocking Jungkook's influence in the American music industry. Meanwhile, BTS's agency, hybe, also released an official clarification regarding Taehyung's revelation about his nosebleed on the plane, which previously triggered speculation about extreme pressure and serious behind-the-scenes issues. In its statement, hybe explained that the incident was purely due to Taehyung's physical condition at the time, as he experienced nasal irritation caused by excessively dry cabin air during a long flight. It had nothing to do with mental pressure or any internal issues involving the international performance schedule. This statement was even accompanied by a brief medical report from the health team traveling with BTS, confirming that Taehyung was fine and did not suffer from any serious health problems as the public feared. Jungkook himself eventually addressed the circulating rumors through a personal live broadcast, firmly stating that all stories about him being banned from performing at the Grammys were untrue. Speaking calmly yet decisively, he explained that the real situation was far from the dramatic picture painted by the news. According to him, there were several scheduling adjustments that made it impossible for BTS to perform as initially planned, but it was a mutual decision based on technical considerations, not discrimination or unilateral bans. Jungkook also asked ARMY not to be swayed by unverified speculations, stressing that BTS's relationship with the Grammy organizers remained positive and professional. Taehyung also gave a similar statement, clarifying that his previous words had been misinterpreted and taken out of context. He confirmed that the nosebleed he experienced had nothing to do with extreme pressure or hidden issues in the music industry, but was merely a light incident that could happen to anyone on a long flight. Taehyung also apologized to fans who were worried, explaining that he never intended to spark rumors that would spiral out of control as they had in the past few weeks. Fans, though initially angry and hurt by the circulating rumors, gradually began to accept the clarifications. Many felt relieved to hear direct statements from Jungkook, Taehyung, hybe, and the Grammy representatives. While some still held on to disappointment over the confusion that had arisen, most of ARMY chose to focus on supporting BTS's health and future activities instead of spreading theories that had no proven basis. International media outlets that previously highlighted allegations of discrimination and extreme pressure have now started retracting their narratives, emphasizing that the information had been distorted by unverified speculation. This case serves as a reminder of how fast rumors can spread in the digital era, especially when they involve global public figures like BTS. A small misunderstanding or a quote taken out of context can escalate into an international controversy, harming all parties involved. Some media analysts even describe the case of Jungkook and Taehyung as a prime example of how false news can shape public opinion within hours before the real facts have a chance to surface. Now, with official clarifications from all parties involved, it is certain that the issue of Jungkook being banned from performing at the Grammys was not true. Nor were the speculations that Taehyung's nosebleed was caused by extreme pressure or internal problems. Both stories were a series of misunderstandings blown out of proportion by online speculation and inaccurate reporting. BTS and their team have emphasized that their relationship with international music event organizers remains good, while the members' health and well-being are always a top priority, carefully maintained. Although the rumor caused emotional distress among fans who briefly believed their idols were being treated unfairly, everyone can now breathe a sigh of relief, knowing there was no foul play or major scandal behind the scenes. BTS continues to stand tall as a global group with a healthy relationship with event organizers and unwavering support from ARMY. The conclusion to be drawn from all this is clear. The news that shook the world weeks ago was not true, and the truth has finally brought calm after a storm of rumors that once ran wild.